All right, everybody, welcome back to the Breaking Balls channel here. It is Bob, and we are post Sonoma Xfinity race here. A lot to get to. Shane Van Gisbergen goes back to back. But first, if you're new here, once again, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like this video. We are covering NASCAR content on a weekly basis, Adam and I, so go ahead and follow along. But like I said, the Shane Van Gisbergen revolution in America is officially on. The West Coast takeover, 2 for 2 in the Xfinity Series on road courses, with Portland last weekend and now Sonoma this weekend. SVG goes and shows race pace all weekend, was fastest in practice, goes and gets pole on qualifying, and then wins the race. A race high 32 laps led of the 79. Does win stage one. Looked like SVG's competition all race was going to be Ty Gibbs. The Joe Gibbs driver, who's normally in Cup, was coming down for a one-off in Xfinity and comes down and really stays on SVG's heels the entire stage one, and then wins stage two, has the track position to battle SVG for the entire race, and then calamity strikes for the young Gibbs driver. Gets a pit road penalty right to start stage three, gets caught in the back of the field, and then right as that stage starts, lap 50, gets caught in a wreck that ends his day. So Ty Gibbs, 26 laps led, but ultimately finishes 35th. Looks like it's SVG's race to win. And you have stage three. He's battling through. Austin Hill, his old nemesis, rises to the occasion and is leading late there. And boy, the drama delivers. You have SVG chasing down Austin Hill. SVG says he has a voltage issue. He might have some power issues. That cleans itself up somehow. And then with a restart, 11 to go after a caution comes out, SVG and Austin Hill going up into the turns, up into the chicanes, and SVG pushes Austin Hill out of the way to take the lead with 11 to go. Austin Hill definitely not happy. He goes on to finish 5th place, but after his post-race words on pit lane with Fox and the reporters, it's just, you could tell he was steaming the way how it went down, and he is really the villain of the Xfinity Series right now, and he's definitely leaning into it, you could tell. But what a contrast here. You've got SVG, who goes and wins 2 in a row now, is this international racing star coming over here, very well liked by his peers, and then Austin Hill, who NASCAR fans generally don't have good feelings to, clashing here. And you go back to COTA in March, this is not the first time these two have gotten into it, where those two tangled on the final restarts there and ultimately let Kyle Larson go on to win the race on the last lap because those two were getting into it so much. So potentially a new rivalry in the Xfinity Series. I can't wait to see how this goes here. You got to see SVG with his classic rugby punt into the crowd after he wins. And like I said, after sweeping the West Coast wins on these road courses back at Portland last week and Sonoma this week, the biggest thing for SVG was coming into these weekends, he had 0 playoff points. He wasn't locked in. Not only was that Portland win big last week because it locks him in, but after today, SVG has 11 playoff points with his 2 race wins, and he won stage one. You compare that to somebody like Austin Hill, who had a huge start and hasn't really been able to get a leg up on the competition after his 2 race wins early on. He has 12 playoff points after Sonoma. So SVG right on the heels now of everyone. Can he keep that momentum on these ovals? That's the biggest thing. If he's going to be a championship threat in the Xfinity Series this year, he's going to have to make it matter on these ovals. And it's not just the super speedways. It's the intermediates and the short tracks. And as we get to some of these tracks where we've gone to potentially before in the season, he'll get a second chance at some of these tracks, and maybe that seat time will help. But again, a drama-filled Xfinity race at Sonoma after kind of hit or miss stage 1 and 2. The drama in stage 3 delivers here, and Austin Hill and Shane Van Gisbergen might be the new rivalry we've been looking for in Xfinity Series. Haven't had something like that since probably Ty Gibbs and Noah Gragson a few years back. So definitely something to watch moving forward. Of course, the Sonoma race tomorrow for Cup Series. You've got Will Brown and Cam Waters in the field. Joey Logano on pole, Tyler Reddick outside. We'll see how that goes. We'll be here, me and Adam, of course, post-race for all the coverage. And, of course, moving forward, all the NASCAR and motorsports news here at Breaking Balls. So go ahead and follow along. Thanks for watching.